Wiley and I work for a company called Marketing Matters. We are doing a training series called Marketing Metrics, and today we'll be focusing on Chapter 2. Chapter 2 focuses on market share. In Chapter 2, we're going to look at market share. At first it appears to be a simple calculation of us divided by us plus them. However, this raises a host of questions on who are they and which units shall be used. Marketers rely on numerous different indicators of future changes in market share. In part 1, we will look at the following indicators: market share, relative market share and market concentration, brand development index and category development index, and penetration. Firstly, market share is defined as a percentage of a market accounted for by a specific entity. Unit market share is units sold by a particular company as a percentage of a total market measured in the same units. It reflects, revenue market share reflects the price at which goods are sold. Market share and its purpose is to indicate how well a firm is doing against its competitors. The percentage of a market, defined in terms of either units or revenue, accounted for by a specific entity. Marketers must translate sales targets into market share, as this will help demonstrate whether forecasts are to be obtained by growing with the market or capturing share from its competitors. In order to calculate market share, we look at unit market share expressed as a percentage is equal to unit sales divided by total market unit sales. Revenue market share, also expressed as a percentage, is sales revenue divided by total market share. Data sources, complications and cautions of market share. One of them is a market definition is never a trivial exercise. Data parameters must be carefully defined. The time period measure will affect the signal to noise ratio. There is a threat of potential bias in reported shares. Related metrics and concepts of market share. A served market is the portion of the total market for which the firm competes. It may exclude geographic regions or product types. Relative market share and market concentration. The purpose of these is to assess a firm or brand's success and its position in the market. Relative market share is an index of a firm or brand's market share against its leading competitor. Market concentration measures the degree to which a comparatively small number of firms accounts for a large proportion of the market. Calculation of relative market share. Relative market share, expressed as a percentage, is a brand's market share divided by their largest competitor's market share. For example, A1 sells 7,500 cars, while Zipper sells 25,000. Therefore, A1's relative market share is 7,500 divided by 25,000 is equal to 0.3, which is 30% revenue market share. Related metrics and concepts. Market concentration is the degree to which a relatively small number of firms amounts for a large proportion of the market, otherwise known as concentration ratio. 3-4 firm concentration ratio is the total or the sum of the market shares held by the leading 3 or 4 competitors in the market. The Fernando index is a market concentration metric derived by adding the squares of the individual market shares of all the players in the market. Brand development index and category development index. Purpose of these is to understand the relative performance of a brand or category within specified customer groups. Brand development index quantifies how well a brand is performing within a specific group of customers compared with its average performance amongst all consumers. Category development index measures the sales performance of a category of goods or services within a specific group compared with its average performance amongst all consumers. Data sources, complications and cautions. It is vital to use comparable figures in order to develop meaningful results. Related metrics and concepts. Market share rank is the ordinal position of a brand in its market when competitors are arranged by size, with one being the largest. Share of category. This metric is derived in the same manner as market share, but is used to denote a share of market within a certain retailer or class of retailers. Calculations of BDI and CDI. BDI is calculated by dividing brand sales to a group or households in a group by the total brand sales or total household. CDI is category sales to a group or households in a group divided by total category sales or total household. Data sources and complications. Segments are often bounded geographically. Related metrics and concepts. CDI has also been applied to retail organizations, and this measures the extent to which a retailer emphasizes one category versus the other categories. Category Development Index can also be calculated by retailer's share of category sales divided by retailer's total share of market. Penetration is a measure of a brand or category's popularity. It is defined as the number of people who buy a specific brand or category of goods at least once in a given period divided by the size of the relevant market position. Calculation of penetration. Market penetration, expressed as a percentage, is worked out by customers who have purchased a product in the category divided by the total population. Brand penetration, also expressed as a percentage, is customers who have purchased the brand divided by the total population. Penetration share is brand penetration divided by market penetration. Another way of calculating penetration share is customers who have purchased the brand divided by customers who have purchased the product in the category. An example of brand penetration. Over 1 month in a market of 10,000 households, 500 households bought the new Big Bomb brand. Therefore, the brand penetration of the Big Bomb brand is 500 divided by 10,000 gives you a brand penetration of 5%. Decomposing market share is a relationship between penetration to market share. Share of requirements, which we'll discuss more in section 2.5, and heavy usage index we'll discuss in section 2.6. Data sources, complications and cautions. The time period over which a firm measures penetration can have a significant impact on the penetration rate. Related metrics and concepts. The total number of active customers are the customers or accounts who purchase at least once in a given time period. Acceptors are customers who are disposed to accept a given product and its benefits, the opposite of rejectors. Ever tried is the percentage of a population that has tried a given brand at any time. This comes to the end of part 1. In part 2, we will look at share of requirements, heavy usage index, awareness, attitudes and usage, metrics of the hierarchy of effects, customer satisfaction and willingness to recommend, as well as willingness to search. Thank you very much.
Money, 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 money.